Hey, what's up guys? Driving to AutoZone right now. Got to pick up a few things. When I did the engine degrease wash, I must have dried out the belts, so I'm going to pick up some lubricant for that. Hopefully that doesn't damage the belts, but picking that up. Then once we get home, I got to change that door actuator. It is driving me crazy. Alright, before we go to AutoZone, I gotta pick up some lunch. We're gonna go to Chick-fil-A, right? You want some Chick-fil-A? Yeah. Okay. So, let's do that, then head over to AutoZone. Look at that, I was able to use the cup holder finally. I replaced that as soon as I got the car. I'll link a video to that install. It's pretty easy. All right, so before we work on the BMW, take the S2000 out for a quick little run. See how this baby runs today. Haven't driven in a couple weeks. All right, so we took the S2000 out. Now I'm ready. Okay, so this is what I'm dealing with. Try to open the doors. All the doors open, except for this one. I actually got to take this key out and open it manually, right? And then to close it, still doesn't work. I got to take the key and manually close it. Now all the doors work except for my driver's side. So what I have to do is remove or replace the actuator, the door actuator in this door. That's something that goes out on these cars. I mean, it could be any one of the doors. It just happens to be the driver's side for me. So let's replace it. Because this is killing me. Especially when it's raining. Okay, so we're gonna remove this door panel. What I'm gonna use is one of these panel poppers. So the first thing is to remove this trim piece here. So there should be some bolts underneath here holding this in place. All we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in here gently and start popping this out a little bit. So the next step is to remove some of the bolts that are just holding the door in place. I'm going to use a T20 Torx. So we're going to go in there. It's It's like 2 inches in. So I'm gonna unscrew that. All right, I got the last screw out. So again, with the panel popper, you're gonna go under the door and you're gonna yank it out all the way around, okay? And then what we'll do now is we're gonna lift straight up, okay? Let's do that. There you go. So now, come around here, we're gonna have to remove the door handle and some of the speaker wires. So what I did to remove this, I used the panel popper, hooked it underneath the white clip and popped it up, and now it is released. And now what's left is the door light and this switch here. Okay, so you just press the clip here, and then this clip moves back and it releases. The door light, there's a little clip underneath, just pull straight out and that comes out. And now the door panel is completely out. Okay, so now that everything's off the door and I have some room to work, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the harness here. So that's coming out, that's out. Now I'm gonna go into the door, so I'm gonna remove this carefully. It's gooey. All right, so what we're gonna do is go in the door and see if there's anything connected and unplug it, and then we'll remove it. So I'm gonna remove this top part. Okay, like that. And then the bottom part. There you go. Now it's off. Whew. So that requires a little bit of force. Don't be afraid to pull on it. Okay, so now that that's out, all we have to do is remove the 3 bolts, T30s. Let's do that. Okay, so now I'm gonna reach in and pull on it. Yeah, it's got a little bit of, I guess, weather sealant on it. Gotta pull that off. There you go. Okay, so now it's loose. Just to have a little bit more room in here to remove the actuator, I'm going to remove part of the, or loosen the window, I guess regular arm. So that's a 10 millimeter. When you start this, you have to make sure that your window is up. So you can move this from up here. Okay, so with some maneuvering, a lot of maneuvering, I yanked it out. Now there is a wire that's attached to it, it's just harnessed on. I did remove it, just remove this little piece of Teflon tape, I guess. So the wire is hanging inside the door. It's not broken, just be careful. The window arm here, definitely in the way. I had to yank at it with one hand while pulling the actuator out. Didn't break anything, so what we'll do now is put the other one in. Okay, so now the new actuator is in place. I put the bottom 10 millimeter nut for the window arm. Now I'm going to do the top. Jeez. Okay, now we're going to plug it in. Okay, so now I'm going to put this panel back on. So now we put the skin back on. All the wires are connected. The harness is connected. The lock handle is connected. So now we just have to connect all the wires to the door and then mount the door. So now the door panel is back on. I did give it a test run, it does work. So now we just have to put the 3 bolts that secure the skin on the door itself. And then after that, we'll put the trim piece on. Okay, so we're all done. So we removed the door panel, replaced the actuator, put the door panel trim back on. I did test it, but just so you can see, it is locked. Unlock, boom, opens right up, no problem. Lock, locks the door, awesome. I love it. Little convenience, but it's definitely worth it. Took a little bit of effort moving that window regulator out of the way, pulling that actuator out, but definitely worth the fix. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe. Help us out. I have a bunch of videos coming up. We got the brakes and rotors. We have the passenger sensor. We have this roof rail that needs to be replaced, possibly painting it. I have a bunch of things to do. Subscribe to our journey. I'll see you on the next video.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.